Where we at, Monk? I mean, like...
Yeah, we down in Chinatown, man. I came up to visit y'all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Y'all came to get me, sit for me, man.
Right.
And when Spades say Spades roll, Spades roll.
Okay.
And that's how we roll.
Okay.
When we come together, we come together.
That's right. You know who came from the first.
It's a book called Can't Stop, Won't Stop, and I showed Fat Mike that some years ago, and Fat Mike didn't like what was said in it.
Who wrote this shit? At the same time, discos were suffering down and houses parties were declining because gangs like the Black Spades were making them unsafe? Unsafe?
Yeah, they blamed it on y'all, see?
What? Holy shit, ain't this a bitch? Every party we went to, we did not mess up. It's just that the women came our way, and the other people there and the boys didn't like it.
They ain't like it?
We didn't mess it up.
Right.
They did.
Okay.
Shit, the girls at Black Spades there. If the girls come to us, right, what can we do?
But you have a different look of it, right? Like,
because I know what Spades all about.
Right. So you was hanging out.
I'm the leader of all Black Spades.
And you was
and
hanging
if I
out.
don't know, ain't no goddamn body knows.
So it says something in the book about the parties were becoming unsafe because of gangs like the Black Spades. So what you say?
I gotta agree with that because
you agree with
we
that.
Wasn't letting nobody. I mean, the afros was out.
Right.
If you came in with an afro, we gonna mess your afro up.
So
we gonna mess your afro up.
Yeah.
Look, we wearing gang boots.
Right.
We wearing chains. They didn't even let us go to school. They said, you can't come in like that. The police throwing us in back of cars of the way we dressed. We had chains on. We going past Marketwood, rob the dog food out. We're gonna take all the chains and collars and put them around our necks, and we had bikes, made them choppers and all that. That's how young we was. We was like, come on now.
So I appreciate the truth. So I guess really it's different perspective because maybe Mike wasn't doing that. Maybe he wasn't in the parties, stomping people out.
He didn't want to see that, and
right.
I guess he didn't want to see it.
Maybe Mike didn't do that.
He wanted to be a player.
We were suave, that's all. At the time, we were suave.
Right,
or whatever it is.
Right.
But we was all players.
Okay.
But I don't even want to say no names, but every time we had a party, the nigga would always start.
Of course, he used to always start a lot of shit.
He used to start shit?
Unnecessary bullshit.
Unnecessary.
Yeah. But he knew we had his back.
I don't even want to say no names, but every time we had a party, the nigga would always start. So we had to back him up.
Okay.
We had to back him up. Because if you in trouble, I'm in trouble.
Right.
And that's how we roll.
Okay.
And if somebody said that the Spades was doing drugs and all this, then we all was doing it. So it wasn't no big thing. But for me, myself, I know I wasn't.
Okay.
So I don't care if 1,000 people do it. I know I wasn't.
Okay. The parties, you said y'all was breakdancing wild in the party.
We shut down parties.
Just dancing wild.
And we broke dance. But we didn't call it breakdance because we really broke dance. We really break.
B didn't just stand for being from the Bronx, it stood for breaking, the other breaking. When you walk in the party and the fight breaks out and you destroy somebody's furniture and shit. So
the breakdancing basically originated from us stomping our feet getting ready to go to the Rumble.
Herc and hip-hop would not be possible without the culture that existed in gang culture, specifically the Black Spades.
Right.
So they laid that groundwork, that energy.
Right.
You know what I mean? That energy.
Wow.
We shut down parties.
Just dancing wild.
When I came out, at Bambaataa, we used to go up in Yonkers.
Right.
Man, we stomping this dude.
Okay.
He want to get in the circle. We do it like this here, right?
Okay.
Because he tried to dance with us.
Started calling us nomadic B-boys, and we would go to these parties, but most of us didn't have a lot of self-control, so we fought a lot. So we would dance and fight, and start fights, get kicked out.
We stomped.
So you was with a lot of other different divisions of Spades.
And we partied.
These
I
other
partied
divisions.
everywhere,
So
even in the club
when y'all was doing that wild, like doing that, do you remember like a second section dudes, third section dudes,
I mean,
Fat Mike,
sprinkling and stuff like that.
maybe couple?
You see,
But
a
it was
lot of
more
guys-
other divisions of Spades you was with.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how come they all got together and said, "Yo, we making you supreme," and they actually like pulling me out of the first division because I wasn't really with them. I be uptown.
You wasn't
I
really
know
with
every
Bronx
single-
Shout like that.
Nah, and I never really was. The only reason I got down was because it was Bronx still.
Okay.
You know, my man came up to me and said, "Yeah, you know, Puerto Ricans over here, you know,
Right.
they getting kind of, you know, they starting gangs and stuff like that." So I said, "Well, since Bronxdale, you know, I'm from Bronxdale, I'm down." And then all of a sudden, the people that I was hanging with were doing too much drugs. They were shooting drugs and whatnot. I never shot no
So
drugs.
the Puerto Ricans that was
Then when homeboy talk about, you know, it was only Spades. No, I was a savage Spade. I was a savage Spade. And what was messed up about that is we all turned to savage Spades. And then it was like maybe 2 black Spades.
okay.
So we said, nah, because they would get tore up.
Okay.
So we threw our savage Spade colors away and we put on black Spade. We can't let, no matter what. See, that's all we is, black Spades. You know, we want to be savages and we act like savages, but we truly black Spades.
So in those parties, y'all was savages though. That book is
You're
true.
damn right.
You saying that book was true?
I mean, yo, hey, when I put on my boots,
Right.
before we went to the party, we tore shit up. We're tearing this shit up right here.
Yeah.
Just, we get a brand new pair of boots.
But these are right. But
We
these
get
are
a brand new pair
right.
of boots. We're gonna tear the whole neighborhood up.
But
We didn't start shit. We finished shit.
We never started anything. I don't care what nobody said. We finished. We never started.
So please don't mess with one Spade, because all of us is gonna get you. We all gonna get you. Everybody's gonna stomp your ass.
okay.
Now, if somebody said that we didn't do that,
Okay.
I guess they wasn't
But we
at
talk
that
about the
party.
parties.
That's
the
what I'm
parties.
talking about.
Yeah.
At the parties, if you mess with one Spade,
Right.
we're gonna get you, and then the party is shut down.
But what if they didn't mess with the Spades? What if nobody messed with y'all in the party? Y'all still. But your dance style was wild, right?
You damn right.
At the time, we used to call it wild dancing.
Wild dancing. Okay.
We used to call it wild. We used to dance wild and all that shit.
Second
Right,
generation
so the
of hip-hop.
first generation was actually 71.
Okay.
Because that spade dance and all the other little things that was happening,
Okay.
that was part of the breakdancing.
But your dance style was wild, right?
You damn right.
Right.
We did every wild dance. If it was a new dance that came out, we did it. I mean, even when we jumped up like this here and did the spin around, see, I can't even do that no more because we used to jump up and touch the ceiling, right? And come down like this here and then do our spin. I mean, we perfected that to
Yeah.
I mean, we jump up like this.
Was
here,
other
then we go
gangs
down.
doing that? Was the Black Pearls doing that?
Not like we did it.
And then I copped some of the moves from some of the moves some of the pearls was doing, you know, and the spades. But mainly the pearls, because one of them used to go with my sister and they used to dance in the living room.
We used to go like this and go down. I used to go down and then I would spin around and come around back up.
Now, what kind of moves was these that you saw the Black Pearls doing?
One
Okay.
move, like you would hit the floor and go down like this, right? You know, like this. You
okay.
go down like that.
Right.
Then you
Spin.
spin up.
Was doing that? Was the Black Pearls doing that?
Not like we did it.
But they was doing it though. Because I heard
it
that
was
they
like
was.
everybody. It was like
People
that
would-
was the dance. You
that
know,
was
there
the
was
dance.
the thing where that was the dance.
So that-
You see,
okay.
I always talk about a dance called a faggot. whatnot, you know.
The faggot.
But that was a dance that, I mean, that, you know, that was mostly like, you know, like doing like this here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I mean, they just call it the faggot. It's a fucked up name, but when we did it, you know what I'm saying? When we did it, I'm telling you. And I mean, like, you know, when we used to do like this here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, yo, and then we take the girl and whatnot, and we mush it back like this here, and then we step back. You know what I'm saying? That was the dance. And then there was another one where we jumped down on the ground, and the girl like right there, and we put our legs behind them, and they ass hit the ground and shit. Even when the dog was out. Come on now.
Okay.
When the dog was out. Them girls used to love that shit because we used to get on top of them.
But wasn't y'all supposed to be doing the bump and the twist and...
And we had that too.
But wasn't y'all supposed to be doing the bump and the twist and...
And we had that too. I mean, you see, and we slow danced.
Let me ask you, the bump and the twist back then...
When we grew up, nobody was doing the only dance I was grinding or whatever the dance was at the time, the twist, the jerk, or whatever, right? When we grew up, that's the only dances. I wasn't no break dancing. Right. We was the only ones doing something different when it came to dancing.
See, the bump and the twist back then, from what I was told, y'all was the ones that broke away from that kind of dance. That was the popular mainstream dance. Everybody did the bump, the twist. Y'all did your own thing.
Yeah, because we was wild.
Right.
We was wild. And like I said, we had a culture.
Right.
And the culture looks exactly like what y'all call it hip-hop.
Pull it back one time, pull it back.
We had a culture.
Right.
And the culture looks exactly like what y'all call it hip-hop.
Pull it back one time, pull it back. You see, the purpose of me coming is to give a third out of the blind. For years before, the blind's been taught to change their thought, but this time, black man, we're taking no shorts. Can't be used as a tool, nor as a slave. Here comes a God to send the devil right back to his cave. So